And the United States has warned Israel to rein in extremist settlers, saying that violence against innocent residents in the occupied territory was totally unacceptable. Well, we've been to 2 villages, one evacuated amid threats by settlers, the other was given 24 hours notice to leave, but the residents there decided to stay. Watch. At heart, and for so long, this conflict has been about land, this parched land, and who has the right to call it home. The occupied West Bank should be the core of an independent Palestinian state, but it's become a troubled archipelago of warring communities, Palestinian villages and towns side by side with illegal Israeli settlements. These signs are everywhere, but the greater menace is posed by the Israeli settlers and the army that protects only them. Case in point, we came across these soldiers this morning dealing with a small demonstration. One of the shots that rang out killed a Palestinian youth. What's going on? What they're demonstrating against, and what we've come to see, is the alarming rise in evictions since October the 7th. In the village of Susia, the playground is inhabited only by ghosts. The Palestinian villagers are afraid to stay out in the open in case the settlers take potshots. So this is your olive oil?
Yeah, olive oil. Also, this is our za'atar.
Nasser invites me into his kitchen. His wife Sarah has baked fresh bread. The hospitality here is impeccable, and the threats from the Israeli settlers, who live less than a kilometre away, are unmistakable. What reason did the settlers give you, or the army, for leaving? What did they say?
Nothing. Just come in and say 24 hours leaving, or we kill you.
Are you going to leave?
No. We resist and we stay.
You stay here?
Yeah.
One of the reasons they're not leaving is that they've already had to do so once before, when his father was thrown out of the village where he was born.
But the reason...
Outside, Nasser shows me another trick the settlers get up to. Yeah.
You see?
Oh, yes. So the settlers cut the electricity
in
the village.
Yeah, in the village, yeah.
As you can see, the main access from the road to the village has been blocked by these boulders, which have been moved here by the settlers in the middle of the night, just as they blocked the local well for the village and they cut the electricity wires. They do everything they can to render life in these villages unlivable. Pure intimidation, illegal under international law, but happening. 10 minutes drive away, the village of Sledujte. A hive of DIY activity. But here they're not building, they're dismantling. Packing up to leave for good. In Sledujte, the threat has worked.
نحن نروح على منطقة عند مجازف عند وين الرمادين بالضبط هناك. We're going to another area. It's nearby a checkpoint and Ramadin area. Yeah. It's also area C.
But do they have a house there?
عندكم دار غاد؟ ولا حاجة. Nothing. ترابي بس. Only like a field.
So how will they live?
كيف راح تعيش هناك؟ بين الله شو نصور. God's help us.
And how long have they been here in this place?
قديش لكم ساكنين هنا؟ Stood. He said at the beginning, generations. He don't.
The main reason why the houses here are so flimsy is that the Palestinian villagers never get the permission from the Israeli authorities to build anything more solid, more permanent. And on this door, we find a bitter irony. So it says here, humanitarian support to Palestinians at risk of forcible transfer in the West Bank. And at least a dozen sponsors, including the UK. And guess what? That's exactly what's happening. Forcible transfer of people. Like an insult to those packing up their homes and dismantling their dwellings, straddling the hill next door, the most solid building for miles, the headquarters of the Israeli Settler Authority in this part of the West Bank. Do you have any rights here?
We don't have any rights because it's the ones that are responsible for our life, the judges that we are asking them, for example, a permission to build a school, a permission to build a home, are the settlers that are aiming to take us away from here.
As he helps to roll up the family carpets, in the house that used to be his, in the village that he grew up calling home, Nassim may be too young to understand, but he will never forget.